Took a while. What happened was in the, I would say the middle 2000s, we were on a mine in the Northern Cape called Kumani, and we were doing a culture and efficiency program there, and they basically said, look, you're not working with our supervisors, and we don't think there's going to be sustainability and stickability, and we were like a little bit confused, and we said, no, we work with the supervisors, we tell them what to do, and they said, well, there's your biggest problem, you guys shouldn't be telling them, you should be working through them. And so what we did is we first looked around to see, well, is there anything out in the market that we could kind of like adapt and use, and we found there was nothing. So we literally built our Supervisory Development Programme from scratch. We built the building blocks, which is the competency assessments, and then the role assessments, how do they execute on a daily basis, and we've lately added some safety stuff like risk propensity. And then we link it to, how efficient is the person on the ground with his team, the supervisor and the frontline leader. So in essence, we found that was a massive need. We thought it was a once-off. We went to clients and we said to the clients, they would say, what are you doing? And we would go, well, we're doing this and that, and we do supervise. And they go, well, that's our problem. And so what we found is that within the South African and African context is the deficit of supervisor skills and capabilities is huge, and it has an impact. And so we've built it, we've refined it, and we've had incredible success with it. And what we like is it plays two areas. It plays the learning and development side. You're building in capabilities into an individual, but also the efficiency side, as in, you kind of like getting a return on investment of between 5 to 10 times of what you're paying us. And we find the GMs love it, we find HR love it, it's a real win-win, and we find the individuals love it because they feel, because they're capacitized, they're able to do their work better, they feel more confident. They feel more confident in how to deal with their teams, how to deal with their direct managers, and we know, if the frontline leader is kicking, we basically know that we say it in jest, but basically the times will come. But we also know if minds do well, individuals do well. If individuals do well, communities do well. So our whole goal is we want individuals to do well so minds can do well. And if minds do well, we know it will impact communities because they'll grow, there'll be bigger bonuses, there'll be more work. So that's literally what we love about our program. It's quite interesting because most programs that you see in the supervisory area is mostly around about classroom training, and what literally happens is people will send their supervisors or frontline leaders to get some classroom training. They'll do it over a few days. They might get credits for it, but what we've noticed is when they get back to their operations, they can't translate what they learned in the classroom into how they work. And even if there is, like some of the programs will say, we'll coach you for 1 day a week or 2 days a week. So we find that the programs are not adequate enough to basically kind of embed any learning. So our program is different because we have an 80% coaching style. So what happens is we understand your competencies, we understand who you are as a person, we understand your risk profile. We give you 3 days of practical training, more gamification, process facilitation, but then we coach you for 16 weeks. And what happens is we actually start learning who you are as an individual. We learn your strengths, we learn your weaknesses, we understand your environment, we understand your team dynamics, and that makes it way more powerful than a normal training course because as we move along with the individual, we're able to adjust according to who he is, help him, measure him, and so that makes us so unique, and it is powerful. The stories you should hear from supervisors that have been coached is phenomenal. I've had guys come up to me and shake our hands and introduce us to their wives, and it's really been incredible. So we are launching a new payoff line, refining lives, releasing value, and the reason we're doing that, and it's a bit of a play on the mining side. Obviously refining, you refine gold, you refine any ore. So we're playing on that, refining lives. So our coaching will refine the person, will make him better, will make him more effective in his role. So that's the refining lives. And we basically know if we refine the life, you're going to release the value. and the values obviously in the company, in the individual, in the community. So that's really the significance of it, is we basically believe when we come in and we impact people, that's what we do. Our next steps is we've got incredible clients here in Africa and in Southern Africa. I mean, we work with some of the top companies, Goldfields, Anglo American, Kumba, De Beers, Rio Tinto, and what we've noticed is that what we deliver here, the whole learning and development, frontline leader capacitation, is a necessary skill that's needed in other parts of the world. So we've identified a few areas, and the one area is Australia, and so we've opened up a presence in Queensland, Australia, to talk to the market there, and basically take what we're doing here, obviously understanding that Australia is not South Africa or Africa, but adapting it to the Australian culture and then basically taking it from there and growing. So yeah, we're expanding. Our dream is to become the biggest consulting company that comes out of Africa in our field. That's like our goal.